Hello and welcome to Wendell's Guide to doing heroic calls of Origination as a hunter. So for this boss, in phase 1, the only thing you really have to look out for is he does that blue flame on the ground, so just get out of that whenever he does that. At 66 and 33%, he'll do Shield of Light. So when you see that coming, you just want to go down, and I'd recommend having a tanking pit for this. And then that way you can have your pet just tank all the 4 or 5 snakes that are there, and while your pet's tanking those, you can click the shield of light lever, um, and that makes it extremely easy for you to solo a side. And then from there you can just dismiss your pet, feign death, or run up the stairs and then feign death once you run up a little bit, and then just get back to the top. Once you get back up to the top, if there's any snakes that are following you or the other side, just quickly kill them off, and we'll rinse and repeat. You can actually have a DPS pet out for this part, and then just whenever he's nearing 33%, just dismiss that pet and then disengage down. And once you disengage down, just summon your tanking pet. Alternatively, you can also use a regular pet, but you'll have to actually have it manually target and attack each snake you want it to have aggro on, because they don't usually have AoE. So otherwise, if you're not able to do that, then the normal strategy is you just either you or a second person will tank the ads while one of y'all clicks the lever. But if you have a tanking pet, which I highly recommend, just, at least for this instance, just use that and you can easily solo a side, which leaves 3 to 4 people to solo the other side. So just, once again, kill all the little snakes and then finish off the boss. So for this next boss, he's an optional boss. You can either get on a camel or not get on a camel. If you get on the camel, you won't be able to use your pet. But if you are on the camel, you don't have to be an aspect of the fox. You can be an aspect of the hawk the whole time, and you can still cast while moving. So you can cast steady shot, cobra shot, aim shot, all while moving. Doesn't really matter too much either way. There's an achievement for it though, so. As far as I know, there's not really too much you can avoid in this initial phase. Just if anything bad is below you, get out of it. You can see he does a spike occasionally on people, so just get out of that if you see a rumbling below you. Otherwise, eventually he'll go and summon a bunch of ads, so when he does that, just kind of run away, and then once they all get onto the tank, just MD them all and AoE. And once all the ads are dead, he'll respawn. Yeah, unfortunately, for some weird reason, my misdirection this whole instance was bugging out on me. But that's pretty much it. Just kill the ads, avoid stuff on the ground, and let's kill the boss. Um, for this next boss, it's mandatory in order to unlock the second floor elevator. And it's also a gauntlet. There's actually 4 mini bosses and then the main boss. So I'll do the whole gauntlet so you can see each boss and their abilities. The first boss we do is the fire elemental one. The 2 things to look out for is he'll cast a fire explosion or whatever on random players. So I'm not sure if you can avoid that or not. You can see I got hit by it right there. He casts it again, either on me or near me, and I just avoid it the next time. Yeah, see right there. The other one he casts is, he does an AoE around himself, so just make sure you're kind of far away from him when he starts doing that Raging Inferno. Otherwise, he'll take massive damage. And that's pretty much it for that boss. Avoid Raging Inferno. That's the main thing. Which you should be able to do easily as a hunter since you're ranged. For this next boss, it's a water elemental type one. So basically, the special ability to look out for from him is he'll cast a water bubble on a random player, and that player will be unable to do anything while he's stuck in the water bubble. So you just want to get him out of the water bubble as fast as possible. I was kind of zoning out at this point, so I didn't even pay attention to the water bubble. You can actually see it. He's about to water bubble someone in melee range right now. Yeah. So he just throws a water bubble on someone in the melee range, and then I completely zoned out and didn't even notice it. And then I started noticing it to my side. I was like, oh, I should probably kill that. For some weird reason, that water bubble to my side didn't actually look like it hit anyone. It's kind of weird. But normally, if there's someone in a water bubble, just do your best to get them out ASAP. Especially if it's like a healer or the tank or something. That might be important. Then just keep killing all these little ad packs if they aggro. You usually avoid most of them, but they'll sometimes pat and stuff. They're easy to kill though. For this next one, the special ability he does is he casts a tornado. I think it does some damage to you when you first get in it, but you're not going to take any like fall damage because you get a little buff that slows your fall speed. It's kind of nice. Just makes it hard to DPS because you're kind of getting thrown around stuff. So just avoid the tornado and you win. And this final mini boss, what he does is he does a Shockwave at a random player. So he'll cast that, and you can see that he's casting it and facing that direction. So whatever direction he's facing, just make sure you get out of the way of whatever direction he's facing, and you'll avoid taking that Shockwave. You can see he's starting to cast it at someone. Or rock wave rather. Yeah, you can see the mage took a massive damage because he didn't avoid it. So just avoid the rock wave and you win. And then once you kill all 4 mini bosses, the main boss will unlock. So just wait for that to happen. He'll do 50%, about 50% of your damage to everyone. So before you engage the boss, just make sure you're all healed up. And really the only thing to look out for on this boss is he'll put a purple void zone on the ground, so just step out of it if you get in it. Obviously the longer you're in it, the more damage you take, so that's pretty much the only thing to look out for as a hunter on this boss. He'll do I think it's called Omegasense occasionally, and you can't really avoid that. It's just massive AoE damage going out. Well, not really massive AoE damage, but a lot of just AoE going out. So there's little void zones on the ground, so just get out of those whenever they spawn on you. And there's the Omegasense. Can't really avoid it. Yeah, you can see I took a few unnecessary ticks there. Pretty easy boss. Alright, so the next 3 bosses are all optional. What this guy does is he will summon a gate, which you need to kill ASAP. The longer it's open, the more ads will spawn. And then once you kill the gate, you want to kill the void worms. The machines he spawns kind of have a lot of health or something, so I wouldn't really bother trying to kill them. They just generally get tanked. Also avoid that purple stuff on the ground whenever you cast that. But that's pretty much it for this fight. Just kill the gates. Once the gates or portals are killed, then kill the little void worms. And then from there, just avoid standing in bad stuff and DPS the boss. The next boss, what he does is he puts little spores on the ground, so you just want to kill the, or seedling pods rather. You just want to kill those ASAP. Um, Pretty much it's kill the seedling pods ASAP, kill the ads ASAP, and then DPS the boss. That's pretty much it. Um, he'll gain health and everything if you don't, so Just kill them. Kill the ads ASAP and kill the boss. Pretty simple. And don't stand in the spore stuff once you kill the spore. So. For this next boss, she does a Supernova, which I actually messed up on there. But whenever she starts casting Supernova, you want to look away until she's finished casting it. Otherwise, you get disoriented like I just did. You can trank off that one ability she has. I'm not even sure what it was, but there's an ability you can trank off. Kill any little sparks or whatever that spawn. Occasionally, she'll kind of split herself up. You just DPS one of them, and once one of them dies, she loses that ability of whichever one you kill. So you just kill one, she loses the ability. Kill another one, she loses that ability. So on and so forth. Otherwise, pretty simple. Just DPS her, turn around for Supernova, and then turn back around and start DPSing her again. If the little beam is following you, just kind of carry it around. And then she'll transition again, kill another person. She'll lose that ability. And then you can't really kill all three, so you can only kill one at a time. And that's pretty much it. For the final boss, basically what he does is he does a lot of fire damage. Occasionally he'll like kind of, you'll see fire on the ground or whatever under a random player, and he'll see like right there, and he'll jump to that spot and do damage to you, so you'll want to get out of that ASAP. He does a little summon orb thing, which you can't really interrupt since you're survival, so if you're marksman you can interrupt it, but yeah. Avoid any fire on the ground, avoid the little fiery tornado. Don't stand in anything that looks fire related. Not much you can do here, you just have to get healed through it. And that's it. So that's Halls of Origination. Thanks for watching.